For athletes using Alpine Assist with your coach, there are three main areas that are worth becoming familiar with to ensure that you get the most use out of using the application. The first part here, once you've logged in, is the top part that would show a comment perhaps that your coach has made public for you to take a look at. It also shows the number of sessions that you've logged, as well as your plus points, and points are earned by logging in, by attending certain sessions, by logging details about your session and doing a certain number of them in a row, and so on. So that's how points are accumulated, but the key is to see how many sessions you're accumulating. You also over time can get a sense of how much time you're investing in the sport, as well as getting a clear picture of when your next competition is, so you get a sense of how how urgent is the training that you're working on right now. The idea is that the closer the competition is, the more urgent the training and the more intense and focused you should be as you approach that training. And then we'll go right down to the bottom of the page here. We'll ignore the calendar for a minute, but here at the bottom is another part, and that as you start to use the system and have more information entered, it will be more meaningful for you. The middle graph here, it breaks down all of the sessions your coach has set up for you. The ones that are green remain scheduled. They are yet to occur, or they are in the future still. These here in red are completed, and any that have been missed where your attendance was no, they're showing up in pink, and in blue here they are showing as logged. So the idea is to turn the red ones into logged ones and keep the red small and manageable. And basically the graphs on the left and right side of this will automatically present information for your sessions that have been logged. So in this case, we see here the ones that have been logged are 34. So if we add up the types here on the right graph, 16 plus 2 is 18, 23, 31, 34, and so they match then the logged, and this graph just takes those numbers and breaks them down into a percent by the various types. You can, for example, for the technical free skiing and the training and so on, you can click on those to get a separate graph, and that will tell you then how those sessions broke down in terms of what disciplines you did and what types of runs you did. And if there's the gates are being kept track of, the volume of gates that you've done by discipline will be presented as well. So you can do that for the training, the technical free skiing, and so on. You can also adjust the date range. The date range will typically follow the season that your coach has set up, but it can be changed by you to look at a specific month. Also, if you want to look at the things that you've missed, for example, we can just click on that and the graphs here will change. So we can see we missed one dryland session and one technical free skiing session. So that's the type of information you can get from the bottom part of your dashboard. And also, if your coach is working with you and encouraging you to track your effort for giving training sessions, as well as your confidence and enjoyment, you can start to see over time where you're logging that, if your effort is consistent, or on some days you're giving more, or some days you're giving less, and then you can dig deeper to get a sense of why. On some days you're working harder and some days you're not, and the same with your confidence and enjoyment. What is going on with certain sessions that are helping you, seem to give you a greater confidence boost, and what about certain sessions are you enjoying, and all of that can be presented for you as you start to enter that information. And predominantly the calendar, that's the third part. So we have the top part here, which is some basic information of how you're using the system and when competitions are, and we have the bottom part that breaks down what you've participated in for a given period of your season. And then your calendar is always the current month, and the red items will show that they have been completed, they're in the past, and the green ones are still scheduled in the future. So anything that is red I would want to click on so that I can log some details about it and just keep some track. Your coach may have put some information in already, and so all you'll be doing is going in to attendance, saying yes, I've attended, entering my effort, and I can put in some notes. Something as simple as that. You may or may not be keeping track of these other ones with your coach. You can put in something that went well, something that you're working on. Again, your confidence can be up or neutral or down, and the same thing, you can rate your enjoyment as a 1, 2, or 3, and then whenever you're comfortable with what you put in, simply complete the log, and you say OK, and you'll be brought back to the calendar. And we can see, if we scroll down, that now this is showing as a log. So again, our goal is to take these sessions on our calendar that are showing as red, meaning they've occurred, and we're trying to convert them to blue simply by logging that we've attended and what our effort was and some information about the session itself.